Hello guys, AnEvilSnowman here, back with another guide to Dota 2, this time covering Slark. Slark's first ability is Death Pact. Upon activating, any enemy units within a 325 radius of Slark will take 300 damage after a 2-second delay. Slark will himself take 50% of this damage, however he will also remove any negative debuffs that are currently active upon him. This means if you can start the 2-second delay before a stun was to hit you, for example, the debuff would be removed and you'll no longer be stunned. Unfortunately, like all abilities, Death Pact cannot be activated while you're already stunned. Death Pact costs 40 mana at level 4 with a 6-second cooldown. Slark's second ability, Pounce, works similarly to a Force Staff. When activated, Slark will be propelled 700 units in the direction that he's currently facing. However, if during his flight he encounters an enemy hero, he will inflict 280 damage to them at level 4, and leash the unit to its current location for 3.5 seconds. This leash has a radius of 325, Pounce costs 75 mana and has an 8-second cooldown at level 4. Essence Shift is a passive ability that will make Slark's auto attacks steal 1 intelligence, strength and agility from the target, converting these attributes to bonus agility for himself. The stolen attributes remain for 120 seconds at level 4 with an internal cooldown of 0.25 seconds. It's also worth noting that the stolen attributes are returned to the target upon their death, but these are not removed from Slark himself. However, if Slark dies, the bonus agility is lost. Slark's ultimate is Shadow Dance. When activated, Slark hides in a shadow, making himself invisible and gaining 40 movement speed and 7% health regen at level 4 for 5.5 seconds. Slark can still cast abilities and attack without breaking this effect. Although Slark himself is invisible, the cloud that surrounds him isn't, so his location is still known on the map. If Slark is seen, by using Dust of Appearance for example, he will lose the bonus movement speed at regen and become targetable. Shadow Dance costs 120 mana with a 25-second cooldown. At level 1 you'll want to be taking Pounce. This gives you a little bit of an escape mechanic that will save you in many situations in your lane. Dying early on and giving your enemy first blood is obviously not a very good thing. However, subsequent levels of Pounce don't increase its range at all, and this is why you were taking it so early on, so we can leave this to be leveled until later at levels 8, 9 and 10. At level 2 you want to be picking up Dark Pact. This will allow you to dispel any debuffs that come onto you in the early game, as well as giving you a small nuke if you happen to initiate using your Pounce. However, the limiting factor here is your health. The damage that you'll be taking from Dark Pact is 50% of the damage output, so leveling it further when you don't have a very big health pool is just a bad idea. Therefore we level this last at levels 12, 13 and 14. At level 3 we'll pick up Essence Shift. We want to start stealing the enemy's attributes as soon as possible, so we max this first, taking it at levels 3, 4, 5 and 7. Shadow Dance is a really powerful ultimate, there is no reason not to take it at the standard 6, 11 and 16. As usual, stats will fill in the hole that you have at level 15, and then from 17 onwards stats is the only way to go. Starting out as Slark, you'll be in a side lane, so you'll need some regen. Therefore pick up some Tangles and a healing salve. Mana is not really a problem for Slark, he's a melee hero. Also pick up a Stout Shield. This will help you out with some of the harass that's probably going to get put down on you, and the very probable situation that you're going against a ranged hero. And then finally pick up 3 Iron Branches to help you out with last hits. After farming for a little while, change your Iron Branches into a Magic Wand, your Stout Shield into a Poor Man's Shield, and then get your boots. Upgrade your boots of speed into Power Treads as soon as possible, and set them to agility. Next pick up your Vlads. The lifesteal will help you farm the jungle in the early game, as well as giving you a better chance in one-on-one fights when your ult is off cooldown. The armour that Vlads gives will also help you deal with being so squishy as you progress through the game. Next up, pick up a Diffusal Blade. The agility is great on this item. This, coupled with the active effect of a slow, will help you chase down enemies even more effectively than you already are. This will mean that when someone was just about to get away before, they have no chance. The feedback passive on the Diffusal Blade is also very powerful. This will mana burn them while you're attacking them, so when you eventually do pop out your Shadow Dance, they won't have any mana to cast any spells on you. For your last slot, pick up a BKB. At this point in the game, you're probably going to start engaging in team fights more and more. You have a high damage output, but if you get locked down, you're going to die in seconds. Making you magic immune through the active on the BKB is very useful in this situation. As I said before, starting out as Slark, you'll be in a side lane, preferably with a ranged hero, and even more preferably as a support. Slark is a semi-carry into the late game, but for the most part you'll just be ganking. This means you'll want to be trying to get your level 6 as fast as possible. After you've got level 6, the next thing on your things to do before I go to gank list is to get your boots of speed. The reason we need these is quite obvious. If you're not in melee range, you're not going to be doing much damage. Even though your pounds can be used to close gaps, generally you'll have used it to initiate, so we can't really rely on that to chase people down. And that's really all you need on this list, your boots and level 6. From here on you'll want to be roaming and ganking as much as possible, and then farming the jungle after you've got your Mask of Madness. When engaging a hero for a gank, you'll want to preemptively hit your Dark Pact, then pounce onto the enemy. This will account for the 2-second delay on Dark Pact, so when you hit them they'll take the damage from the pounce and the Dark Pact at the same time. From there on it's just auto attacking as much as possible. This will steal their attributes, making them weaker as you get stronger with every hit. Obviously if you can chain ganks together this is more effective, because you'll still have the stolen attributes from the previous fight when going into the second fight. Continue doing this throughout the game until team fights start happening on a regular basis. When engaging in a team fight, focus down what everyone else is focusing down. You shouldn't really be initiating because you're so squishy at this point. However, if you have to, just do it. It's not that bad, and as long as your team comes in to back you up, you should be okay. However, dying a Slark has an extra consequence. Unfortunately, you'll lose all your bonus agility. And since the majority of the game is balanced around Slark having this bonus agility in most fights, there'll be some average when they were trying to do the calculations for balance. You'll be at a very severe disadvantage going into team fights. So if you're going to die, just run away and don't get greedy for those extra kills. They will come as long as you have this bonus agility. If you don't have it, it's going to be even harder for you to get back up. Most of the time you'll want to be using your Shadow Dance every time you initiate a fight or engage in a fight in general. However, there are certain circumstances when this would be a bad idea, and you'll want to be saving this cooldown so in case the fight doesn't go your way, you have an escape. These situations are normally if there's true sight involved, so if you're fighting under a tower, the enemy will be able to see you, and this means that you're targetable and vulnerable to being stunned, locked down, and just killed in seconds. You're really squishy as Slark. I can't stress this enough. Also, since you used it in initiating in the fight, you won't have it available, so when you do figure out, oh god, I'm gonna die here, I need to get out of here so I don't lose my bonus agility, you won't be able to use it to escape. The bonus move speed for an escape is very powerful, and then they won't be able to attack you, so you're not going to get slowed or stunned while trying to run away. Please remember that Dota is a very situational based game. Things can change on a game by game basis, and although this guide will give you a good foundation and hopefully some sort of insight into the decisions that I was making while making this guide, you'll be able to apply some of that thinking and making decisions in your own game to adapt to certain situations. Remember, experimenting and finding things out for yourself is half the fun of Dota. Thanks very much for watching this guide. If you liked it, feel free to subscribe, like and favourite down below, and comment on anything you think I should change, or perhaps might be of use to anyone else watching this guide. I'm AnEvilSnowman, and I'll see you in the next video.